Ancient Egypt is coming back online. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Spirit School. Been saying the spring equinox is so freaking powerful, important, and serious this year, y'all. As I mentioned in the other video, the dragon energy, the two coronal holes in the sun that's facing Gaia, which rarely ever happens. I also saw the astrology fam out there, the karma reversal. Pluto has gone into Aquarius almost over 200 years ago. It's about rebalancing right now. So I'm saying all of this because all this energy, you guys, is in this portal. I know it is really powerful because the day before the portal, I asked to travel a lot when I'm in my dream state. And I was taken to a time in ancient Egypt. I've had many lifetimes there. All of us have had many lifetimes there. This specific lifetime I was taken to, I was in the palace and I was an advisor, a female advisor to a pharaoh, but there were a bunch of us around him. He also had some high priestesses, but he was looking for something. But anyway, I was being shown they were trying to build a new sort of pyramid of sorts, not like one of those the pyramids we know now, but they had little I guess smaller pyramids around ancient Egypt. And I was I was part of viewing, I was a spiritual advisor viewing how this would work. And here's the funny thing, y'all, which isn't really funny, but whether I tune into this or not and I connect with this, there's already been scientific proof. They found columns beneath the pyramids that had staircases around it, and that's because the Great Pyramids were conductors of energy. Water produces energy. They found that they had advanced water systems beneath the pyramid, so as the water was churning and coming out of the pyramid, it was generating energy for the entire city. And for other reasons, our cosmic brothers and sisters also came in and received energy from these pyramids if they needed to charge up. What I was seeing in this vision, there was a pyramid to be built, and there was going to be a face of the pharaoh on top of it. But here's the thing, though, the way that I was viewing it, it wasn't like it was just we were just throwing sand around it. Like, it was holographic. We were able to look at the pyramids from different angles and how it looked from the aerial view to the sides. So this vision with the pyramid, I'm thinking I can draw it for you guys what I was seeing in my dream state. I'll do my best to see if I can do it, but it was like, hold on. This might not be the best photo, but can you see that? So just picture this, but sand. So this was the aerial view that I was seeing from this construction, this pyramid that the pharaoh, whoever at the time, was about to construct. So it was like that, but like many steps down. This was the face I was seeing in the middle of it. And yeah. Sorry, I'm not the best drawer. That's what I was seeing. A lot of our cosmic brothers and sisters assisted during this time in ancient Egypt, passing on knowledge, passing on advanced technology during this time. And I had a bunch of other messages, which none of your business, but but yeah, that was very interesting to me. And then someone had left this message on my personal page under that video that I made. It just aligns with what she was picking up. She or he, I don't know if it's she or he. I'm also mentioning that too because I was being called to start talking about this because we are in this era, and you guys need to know that we are currently living that past life in ancient Egypt, but now here presently, if that makes any sense. Everyone is really opening up to spirituality right now, understanding, energies, understanding higher dimensions, and knowing about our cosmic brothers and sisters who were very, very present during those times, okay? They would pop up, not often, but not rarely either. They popped in when they needed to, and everyone would be like, oh, sort of the norm. Like, it was just known that they're here, you know what I mean? And they're helping. They'd be walking around and things like that, helping everybody. So it was part of the culture. And that is parallel to what's happening now because our cosmic brothers and sisters are making themselves more known in the skies around the world. It's not fake shit. They're here. They're around. They're just waiting for the moment where they can really make themselves known, not just to people who can connect with them and spiritually gifted, but to everyone. This is what they did back then. It's taking the steps to get there, but it's going to happen, and that is going to be something else for people to for the ones that are still, they're not going to know what to do with themselves, but it's about to happen. I was meditating on it before, and it's coming to me now as well, that like we are all extending these different periods of time, redoing certain eras. And right now is absolutely the era of ancient Egypt and also Atlantis. Y'all don't know, I'll make a separate video, which I said. Ancient Egypt is a redo of Atlantis. After Atlantis was flooded, the people that survived traveled and ended up in ancient Egypt, and they were able to rebuild that society again with the help of our cosmic brothers and sisters, of course. This is the chance for us to step into this new era, this great awakening on Gaia, and really push this forward. During ancient Egypt, there was corruption, there was also dark magic, there were these things too. Just how like everyone's talking about spirituality and people are going for energy healing, you know, they're going for sound healing, they're going for different modalities to really connect with themselves again. This was everything that y'all are doing now, connecting with yourself, elevating your spirituality. These were all things that you were doing back then. Seeking knowledge, learning more, healing, everything is happening again right now. Two other things I wanted to mention since I'm talking about it now. When you see me post on my energy healing videos, I have a lioness head with the Egyptian crown. She's not there just to be pretty, and she's certainly not there to represent me. One of the reasons why I went into energy healing as well is because I also got a visitation from Sekhmet. That represents Sekhmet. She is a goddess in Egypt. She represents transformation. She is a fierce warrior. She is the daughter of Ra. You know, in ancient Egypt, that is God's source, the creator. I had many past lives in ancient Egypt as the initiate for Sekhmet. She came to me after I found out where my soul first incarnated. So that's why I always say shouts out to my Lyran familia. So everything's connected, y'all. And as time progresses, I'm going to explain how this all weaves in together, at least my story. And this is just an example of how you can also weave your story together if you wish to. That's the reason why I started going into energy healing, because I was like, oh, it's time. Now I'm getting visits from her. Okay, she wants me to step into this. I'm about to start doing what I used to do. So that's the reason why I have her there. Her healings are very deep, transformative. It is not just surface level. This is why people always tell me too that my energy healings are very powerful, and that's the reason why. It's a very exciting time and very powerful in the way that you utilize this energy. Because Gaia's energy is not as dense as it was before in this new earth frequency, what you want, what you think will manifest quickly. So make sure you're thinking positively. Make sure you're staying aligned with yourself as you are navigating life here on out, because it's totally different. Energy here is different now. Think of ancient Egypt, but during our time, but modernized into the times that we are living now. That is what we are currently experiencing. We are going to take this and now move it up a few levels. And this is how it's going to continue into the future. This is a completely new Gaia as we know it. So we're stepping back into those times now, y'all.